Step 10. I will forgive my past today. Ultimately, your past is meant to serve you as a resource of learning, accomplishment, and failure, a resource to draw upon to illustrate what you have learned and are learning in the way of knowledge. But until the past can serve in this greater capacity, it still waits upon you and casts a shadow over your life. You are still trying to run away from what has happened before, trying to counteract what you did before, afraid you will repeat your former errors, afraid the past will come to haunt you. Everyone lives with this burden to some degree, and some suffer under it tremendously every moment of every day. In the way of knowledge, forgiveness means that you come to see the real meaning in things. You take a different vantage point, a different position. You see things in a new way. This does not mean that you forget things or try to obliterate them from your awareness, or tell yourself that they do not matter or that they never existed, because the ghosts will haunt your house as long as they are allowed to be there, and they will be there as long as you create a place for them. Therefore, today we practice forgiveness. In addition to your practice in stillness and your hourly exercises in knowledge and discernment, recognize what you must release in your past. See what is still casting a shadow over you, what is still a weight upon your heart, a deep regret, an anger, a grave disappointment, a constraint from some earlier decision which is no longer necessary for you. What from your past haunts you today, disturbs you today, draws you backward and out of the present moment? Becoming a student of the way of knowledge will liberate you from the past, because it gives you a whole new life, a whole new way of being, a new experience of being in the world, and brings you to that greater purpose and meaning which are your inheritance. However, for you to advance towards this, you must look at your past to see what it can give you and show you in the reclamation of knowledge. All true contributors have suffered and can now use their own suffering to help others, to free others, and to educate others. Their past now becomes a resource for giving, a reinforcement for the truth, rather than a denial of the truth. Even though you have lived without knowledge in the past, to a very great degree, the past can now serve you. Here the Creator brings all that has been created in the world and gives it a new purpose, a new meaning, and a new application. Look at each painful event and say, what can this teach me about learning the way of knowledge? And if there is still pain, feel that pain, but understand that it can now serve a greater purpose for you. Wisdom is hard-earned. Earn it, practice it, use it today. Practice 10. 1 30-minute stillness practice, contemplation practice, hourly practice.